My beloved, you have no idea how many nights someone whispered your name to the heavens, hoping you'd finally see this. Not just anyone, but a soul who has loved you through lifetimes. A love that never died, even when they crossed beyond this world. And from there, they helped send this message straight to you. And look, it reached you, not before, not after, but in this very moment. There's a reason for that. But before I go on, I need you to promise me one thing. Promise you won't brush aside what you're about to hear. Because if you do, you'll never be able to look at your own life the same again. This message isn't mine. It isn't just from heaven either. This is the voice of God, spoken through Archangel Michael. And it begins with a truth you were never supposed to see. A truth hidden under fake smiles, warm hugs, and false prayers. So let me say this carefully, because I know it will shake you. Someone close to you, someone you once trusted and loved, was never truly for you. They played their role perfectly. A snake hiding in plain sight. On the surface, concern and kindness. Behind it, whispers hoping you would fail. Behind every "I'm here for you," was a hidden wish to watch you break. But God says, enough is enough. Archangel Michael says, the snake in your family has already been caught. The truth is about to be revealed. This isn't gossip. This isn't drama. This is a final divine warning. They smiled in your face, but betrayed you the second you turned away. And yet, this message isn't only about betrayal, it's about your power. The power they tried to keep you from. For too long you've been tied down by unseen chains, by emotions you buried, by burdens that were never yours. But now the weight is being lifted. Right now. And this moment calls for your full attention. Archangel Michael is standing near you as you read these words. That chill across your skin. That sudden deep breath you just took. That's the sign of your soul waking up to what you always felt, but couldn't prove until now. Think back. Have you noticed how your plans always seem to fall apart just when you were about to succeed? Or how certain people always seem to bring confusion and chaos into your peace? Or how your inner light felt dimmed no matter how hard you tried to shine? Now you know why. This betrayal wasn't a one-time thing. It was planted like a seed. And it grew in your blind spot. Until this very moment. Yes, it was family. Someone who sat at the same table with you, laughed beside you, prayed beside you. And yet, they were feeding your name into dark places. Maybe they envied your glow. Maybe they hated how life favored you. Or maybe they couldn't stand that you were chosen while they felt forgotten. But their reasons don't matter anymore. Because God says, they cannot harm you again. This is not only exposure, it's rescue. This is heaven's jailbreak. Archangel Michael says, for years you've been trapped in a cycle that was never yours. The snake kept you tied to pain while God had blessings waiting behind the door. But now the door is open. Step through it. And here's what heaven wants you to know, when you fully open your heart to this message, you'll feel it. You'll feel a release in your body. Maybe you'll cry. Maybe you'll sit in silence. But something inside you will shift, and once it does, you'll never be controlled again. The snake already senses the shift. That's why they've been acting strangely, nervous, distant, or overly sweet. Watch the sudden gifts, the fake apologies, the unexpected calls. These are not signs of love, they are signs of fear. Archangel Michael already confronted them spiritually. But now you must choose to see it. You must choose freedom. Understand this clearly, their betrayal didn't only block your relationships. It blocked your money, your health, your peace, your intuition. Every time you started rising, something pulled you down. And now you know the reason. They prayed for your downfall in secret while pretending to cheer you on. But they forgot one thing. God never loses sight of his child. Let me ask you something honestly, have you ever felt like someone close was watching you in the wrong way? Like when something good happened, they downplayed it, twisted it, or caused drama to steal your joy. That wasn't coincidence. That was spiritual manipulation. That was their favorite weapon. But here's the good news, you are stepping into your miracle season. Your name has been spoken in heavenly places. Archangel Michael pleaded with God to let this message reach you. And because of that, the blessings that were delayed, are now being rerouted straight to you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. But remember this, belief without action is like prayer without listening. You must take your next step. Don't scroll past this. Don't treat this like just another message. This is heaven's last warning before divine justice comes upon the one who betrayed you and heaven's favor comes rushing to you. Yes, this is emotional. It should be. You've cried in silence long enough. You've smiled while being stabbed in the back. You've held on to people who never clapped for you. But no more. No more delayed love. No more stolen opportunities. No more fog in your spirit. God says, today clarity comes. And hear me, this message found you not by chance. It's not curiosity that brought you here. It's destiny. Heaven has tried to reach you before, but now you're ready. You're ready to know the truth. Ready to cut the cord. Ready to breathe freely again without the weight of betrayal pressing on your chest. So take this as your confirmation. The past is broken. The snake has already been judged. Your blessings are being restored. Your season has begun. Walk forward because heaven has already gone before you. And when you do, you will finally meet the real version of yourself, the one waiting behind all the hurt. This betrayal is not just pain, it's your breakthrough in disguise. Don't miss the deeper blessing hidden here. Archangel Michael says, the moment you accept this truth, divine signs will surround you. Birds will act differently. Repeating numbers will appear again and again. Dreams will feel more real than waking life. And through one of these signs, the name of the snake will be revealed without you even looking for it. And when that happens, peace will enter your soul. Not the kind that is forced, but the kind you earn by surviving what was meant to destroy you and still rising. Because when truth begins to unfold, you'll feel like the universe finally stands on your side. Not only with signs, but with real changes. People who once ignored your pain may suddenly feel guilty and start confessing. Situations that always felt confusing will suddenly make sense. You'll recall conversations, notice small glances, replay moments, and suddenly all the puzzle pieces will connect one by one. When it happens, don't doubt it. Just recognize it for what it is, divine justice. Archangel Michael says, "This person has been draining you for a long time. That's why you felt exhausted even after short talks with them. That's why strange delays kept showing up. That's why you felt as though someone was watching your blessings more carefully than you were, because they were. And here is what they never wanted you to know: your light frightened them. Your peace made them restless. Your resilience irritated their demons. They tried to dim your light because deep inside they knew you were chosen to break the generational chains. And you are. You always were. Even when you doubted yourself, especially then, you carried the power that made them uneasy." Michael says, "You are more powerful than you realize. This is the very reason false people worked hard to keep you distracted with heartbreak, confusion, and fake loyalty. But that ends here. From this moment, something sacred begins. A reversal, a realignment, a rebirth. You've cried silently for too long. You've poured your tears into deserts. You've lived through fire and called it normal. But heaven has moved for you now. And when heaven moves, no curse, no lie, no enemy can stop it. You may notice certain people slowly pulling away from you after this. Let them go. Their spirit cannot stay close once truth has entered. Lies only survive in darkness. But you, beloved, now hold a torch that no one can dim. And yes, it hurts to realize that someone from your family, someone whose voice you trusted, whose hug you cherished, carried poison in their heart. That realization alone can break a person. But Archangel Michael says, it won't break you, it will free you. Because the truth is this: you were never the broken one. You were the blessed one surrounded by broken intentions. Now that the mask is gone, nothing can stop you, not their opinions, not their silence, not their false kindness. Heaven sees it all. And heaven says, it's your time now. Tonight a powerful shift begins. It may begin with a phone call, a sudden message, or even a dream. Something will crack open in your reality. You might see their name appear. You might hear news about them that leaves you shocked. Or you may simply wake up feeling lighter. That's the angels cutting spiritual cords from your soul. That is what freedom feels like. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. Don't fear what you'll lose when truth comes out. Fear what you would have kept if you stayed blind. Michael asks you to speak these words aloud now as your spirit awakens. I release every soul who faked love just to block my path. I forgive, but I do not carry them anymore. I bless them with distance and I walk in my truth. I am free now. I claim my divine inheritance. The words sound simple, but they are powerful. Heaven hears them. Because this is not just a message about betrayal, it is a message about your miracle. And your miracle begins the moment you accept the truth and step away from the trap. That is happening right now with every word you are reading. Don't you feel it? The heaviness in your chest loosening. The weight around your spirit lifting. The snake has already been removed spiritually. Now you are watching the last scene unfold in the physical. And when it does, when truth fully explodes in your reality, you'll understand exactly why you were meant to read this today. Archangel Michael says, this message was delayed 3 times because dark forces tried to block it. But they failed. You're reading it now because nothing, not even darkness, can stop divine timing. Now that you know, it's time to act. Be still. Watch closely. The one who betrayed you will try to shift blame, deny, or cry. Don't fall for it. They had their chances. They were warned. They chose to continue. And now heaven has stepped in. And from this pain, something beautiful will rise, the truest version of you. The one hidden under lies. The old you, the one who accepted too little, who doubted their worth, who mistook love for pain, that version is gone. Retired. A new you is here now. A wiser you. A stronger you. A healed you. And no betrayal, no snake, no karmic tie can undo what heaven has restored. Michael says, my sword of truth has cut the final chord. You were never alone. You never will be. I stood beside you through every silent battle. I saw what they did. I stayed with you as you cried. And now I bring you justice. This justice will not be small. Expect doors to open in the coming days that were locked for years. Expect confessions from people who once hid the truth. Expect your energy to return like rushing water because no one is stealing it anymore. And as these shifts unfold, you may feel strange sensations within the next 24 hours, tingles, chills, lightness in your body. Don't fear it. That is your soul awakening to the freedom that has already been written for you. Light pressure on your shoulders, warmth around your crown, tingling in your hands. That's not your imagination. That's angelic healing working inside you. Don't be afraid of it. Just breathe into it. Let it flow through every part of you. This moment is holy. This shift cannot be reversed. This freedom is real. And now, are you ready for the name? Heaven won't just drop it in front of you. You already know it. Your soul knew it first. You felt it in your body, the tension, the unease, the hidden fear. Deep down you always knew. And now so does your conscious mind. Speak that name inside your heart. The first one that flashes, that is the one. Michael says. Yes, that one. The one who wore the mask best. That is the snake. And now heaven's light has exposed them. Once heaven sees, no darkness can hide. Beloved, the fact that you've made it this far says everything. It means you were strong enough. It means you were chosen to hear what others would have turned away from in fear, denial, or pain. But not you. You stayed. You kept reading. And now your reward begins, not later, not someday, but now. From this very moment, shifts will start moving quickly. Don't be surprised if some people start to feel uneasy around you. Truth does that. When your spirit rises into alignment, those who fed on your confusion will panic. They'll try to drag you back into old patterns, old hurts, old habits. But you must not return. That version of you, the one who tolerated it, is gone. Archangel Michael says, you don't need revenge, you don't need to confront them, you don't need to expose them. You are the exposure, your rising is the justice, your peace is the punishment, your growth is the sword. And yes, you may still be tempted to ask why did they do this to me, why would someone in my own family, someone I trusted? But beloved, that answer won't heal you. Their why won't bring you freedom. What you need is release, and this message is your key to it. Here's the truth most people miss: snakes don't attack because you're weak. They target because they know what you carry. They saw your soul's power before you did. They saw your ability to change timelines, generations, bloodlines. So they tried to drain you before you realized it. But you just did. And now their power is broken. Michael says, prepare yourself. In the next few nights dreams will visit you. Not confusing dreams, but ones that leave you in awe. Dreams that feel like memories straight from heaven. You may even hear your name whispered as you fall asleep. That's the angels reminding you, you have never been alone. You are entering a season of divine restoration. Everything stolen, your joy, your clarity, your confidence, your purpose, returns now. And not just returns, it overflows. Because you paid the price in pain, and now the miracle is here. And beloved, it will not be small. Expect a financial blessing. Not through struggle but through divine alignment. A contract, an unexpected message, an inheritance, a debt suddenly cleared. It will appear when you least expect it, and the only explanation will be this: God did it. The snake thought they stopped your destiny. But what heaven delays, heaven multiplies. You won't just rise, you will rise louder, higher, brighter than you would have if they had never tried to hold you down. Now is the time to stay quiet, not to chase, not to fix, but to listen. Because divine instructions are coming. You may feel the sudden urge to clean your space, to block a person, to write something down, to leave behind something you've clung to for years. That's not coincidence. That's heaven guiding you. Follow it. Your path is clear now. Michael says, you will not fall again. You were never made to stay small. The snake wanted you to forget your true identity so you'd never remember your true destiny. But now the veil is torn. The lie is ended. The spell is broken. You are chosen, you are powerful, you are seen. And above all, you are protected. Archangel Michael is not just watching, he is walking beside you. Every step, every room you step into now carries divine authority. You'll notice people treating you differently. Not from fear but from recognition. They'll sense your spirit has shifted, and it has. You've activated something ancient inside you. A light no human can give and no darkness can steal. Expect the one who betrayed you to try returning soon, with tears, with stories, with apologies carefully crafted to sound believable. Don't fall for it. Forgiveness is divine but access is earned. And they lost that privilege. Let them go. Let heaven handle the rest. Because when you rise, everything around you rearranges. The stars, the wind, the whispers of ancestors, the wings of angels, all moving in your favor right now. Soon your body will feel lighter. Your skin may glow brighter. Strangers may notice your energy. Animals may stare at you longer. These are not random signs. These are signals your vibration has elevated. You are now drawing in only what matches your true self. No more doubt, no more cycles. The snake is unmasked and you are reborn. So breathe. Feel that. That's your soul stepping back into its rightful place. That's destiny finding its way home. Michael says one last thing. Hear it with your entire being. I saw you when no one else did. I fought for you when you didn't even know your name was under attack. I spoke your name in heaven's courts. And now you are free. Not as a victim, not even just as a survivor, but as a warrior of light. Never forget who you are. This is the end of their control. This is the beginning of your legacy. You have been chosen to break every lie that lived in your bloodline. And from this moment on, the snake is no longer part of your story. You are. The story is yours now. It belongs to you. And it begins here in this very moment. Now that the mask has been ripped away and the truth is no longer hidden in shadows, your new chapter starts unfolding. You must guard what is now stepping into your life. Archangel Michael says, the next chapter won't resemble the last. You're moving into a season where your worth won't need explanation. You'll walk into places and your spirit will speak before you do. Whatever you touch will grow. Dreams that once stayed in the night will manifest in your waking hours. Why? Because God doesn't just save, He restores. And restoration comes with responsibility. Old habits cannot return. Guilt cannot push you to reopen doors heaven already sealed. Emotional ties cannot drag you back to where your soul once bled dry. The healing has already taken root, the clarity has already come. Now you must walk as one delivered. This moment is your turning point. Before going further, Michael gives one request: pause. Listen to your heart and ask yourself, what is the one thing you've been tolerating that has been draining your spirit? Whatever comes up is your release. Let it go. Because the more you surrender, the more heaven can refill. The more space you clear, the more blessings will flood in. Michael says, what's arriving is far greater than what left. You've lost relationships, but divine union is coming. You've lost chances, but now comes purpose-filled abundance. You've lost years, but compressed restoration is on its way. 1 year of God's blessing can rewrite decades of struggle. And that's what's next for you. But hear this warning: snakes don't disappear quietly. As blessings increase, so will whispers, jealousy, manipulation. Do not entertain it. You are no longer who you once were. You are aligned with a higher calling now. Heaven has chosen you to carry light into places marked only by pain. And this is not random. God did not pick someone stronger nor someone more qualified. He chose you. Despite betrayal, despite cruel words, despite breaking again and again, you still kept your heart open. You still prayed. You still believed. And heaven never overlooks such a spirit. That's why Michael came for you. He saw your name written in divine ink. He saw your heart endure the fire. He knew you weren't simply a survivor, you were a vessel, a carrier of heaven's message, a breaker of chains. And now your time has come. You'll begin to notice what others miss, feel truth before it's spoken, sense energy even in silence. This is not paranoia, it is discernment. Heaven is upgrading your spiritual antenna. Use it. Don't doubt it. If something feels wrong, it is. If someone's words sound sweet but their energy drains you, walk away. You need no reason beyond alignment. That's your permission. As the curtain closes on this old chapter, Michael whispers a sacred reminder: you are not broken, you are being rebuilt. And what heaven is building cannot be torn down by storms, betrayal or lies. God will send people who see you as you truly are. People who celebrate your victories not out of duty but because your joy sparks theirs. People who pray for you instead of competing with you. They are on the way. Don't harden your heart. Don't turn bitter. The snake was a chapter but not the ending. You are walking toward a future untouchable by enemies. Michael says, let the snake watch. Let them see how high you rise. Nothing they spoke, no curse, no scheme, can halt what God planned for you. This is your cue, not to explain, not to prove but to rise. Let it build slowly. Each day declare, I walk in divine favor, I am aligned, I am chosen, I am rising. Speak it in your room, whisper it in your car, let your spirit soak in truth. You are no longer the one who doubted your worth because of their lies. You are the one heaven chose. You are the one Michael fought for. You are the one whose future will make the snake regret ever wearing a mask. And one last truth before you continue: not everyone will receive this message. Not because they are unworthy but because they are not ready. But you are. That is why your eyes still read these words, why your soul feels the pull. It has been waiting for this for years, maybe lifetimes. And now, with Michael beside you, with heaven's gaze upon you and divine truth echoing through your spirit, walk boldly into the miracle that has already begun. Now that your miracle has started, sit in this moment. Not as one warned but as one reborn. What you've just read is not a story, it is your awakening. Your life will never look the same, not because others changed but because you finally saw truth. Once you see, you cannot unsee. Once chains break, you cannot pretend to be bound. You've crossed into a higher frequency, one no snake can touch. Here is the mystery Michael wants you to hold close: the snake was never sent to destroy you. They were allowed only to reveal you. Every betrayal, every manipulation, every whispered lie, it all led here. They thought they were breaking you but God was waking you. And now, beloved, you are awake. Watch what unfolds. You will feel lighter, not only in heart but in spirit. The shadow that clung to you will fade. People who once ignored you may approach, but don't confuse attention with love. Heaven is simply showing you the shift. Don't let distraction pull you from alignment. For the truth is clear now, the pain was never the ending, only the unveiling. And from this unveiling you rise. Keep noticing how the truth keeps finding you, how clarity is chasing you now instead of confusion. Every word that reaches you is a key unlocking doors you didn't even know were still locked. And this is not coincidence, it's alignment. God says, I did not allow the storm to break you, I allowed it to shape you. What you thought was delay was design. What you thought was rejection was redirection. And now you are standing at the threshold of a life you once only dreamed of. The signs, the numbers, the confirmations, these are not random sparks, they are markers pointing to your next chapter. Archangel Michael says, 7 is not just completion, it is restoration. What was cut off too soon will be multiplied and returned. That is why your steps now feel lighter, why the heaviness that clung to you for years suddenly cannot stay. The gates of heaven are open and what was closed is no longer sealed. You will notice people shifting, some fading, some being drawn closer. This is not confusion, it is filtering. God has already shown you who cannot walk into this season with you. Don't reopen doors He has closed. Don't chase what was already revealed as false. The snake showed its skin and you saw it. That was not for punishment, it was for protection. Let them go. You are not here to save them, you are here to save yourself. Now is the time to reclaim what was stolen, your voice, your strength, your boundaries. Speak and do not whisper. Say no and mean it. Walk away without guilt. End cycles that kept you spinning in circles. Choose peace like it is your only option because now it is. Love yourself in the way they refused to because they were never meant to carry that role. Their betrayal was not the end, it was your awakening. Archangel Michael reminds you, you are not late. You are right on time. The delays were divine timing. If you had known this truth before you were ready it would have broken you. Now it will liberate you. That is why this season is different. This is your freedom season, your clarity season, your miracle season. And no hand raised against you can alter what God Himself has already written. Expect the replacements. Where there was loss there will be abundance. Where there was emptiness there will be fulfillment. Where love once felt like begging it will now flow freely. You no longer have to run after what is meant for you, your spirit will draw it near. The healed version of you is magnetic in ways the wounded version never could be. You are no longer chasing what once rejected you, instead love, purpose and peace will come running to you. Archangel Michael says, your transformation will be visible. Your rise will not be silent. The very ones who mocked you will witness your glow. But do not lower yourself to prove a point. Let your life speak, let your peace roar louder than any words. This is the answer heaven prepared for you. This is the justice you didn't need to fight for, it is unfolding by divine law. And if you've ever questioned your worth, let this truth wash over you. Heaven fought for you because you were chosen. You were not forgotten, you were not abandoned. You were the one the snake could not poison completely. You were the one who kept returning to light no matter how deep the darkness grew. That whisper that told you not to give up, it was heaven's voice guiding you here. And you listened. Now heaven says, let go of the overthinking. You don't have to figure out every step anymore. Just listen, just trust, just move when peace says move. You will notice the difference, your decisions will flow, your path will open, your timing will align. You were never the problem. You were the light. And now the shadows cannot stand against the brightness within you. Michael says, it's time to guard your gates. Not everyone deserves access to this new version of you. The snake was never just after your present, it was after your future. But that plan failed. Heaven stepped in. Now your life is under divine timing, not human timing. Which means acceleration, miracles, and alignments that no enemy can block. This is the season where money flows without chaos, where love finds you without pain, where peace becomes your standard, not a rare gift. If you feel that stirring in your chest right now, that warmth in your spirit, that is heaven confirming. That is your soul clicking into place. That is the sound of home. You are ready now. Ready for the life they swore you would never have. Ready for the blessings they tried to delay. Ready for the love that heals instead of hurts. Ready for the legacy your name was designed to carry. And Archangel Michael whispers, seal this moment. Don't just read these words, declare them. Anchor them with your voice. Say it with power. I accept the truth. I release the snake. I align with God's timing. I walk in power. I am chosen. I am protected. I am ready. This is not another chapter. This is the story you were always meant to live, the one that blooms after betrayal, the one that shines after heartbreak, the one that thrives beyond confusion. And if you've made it this far, every word, every shift, every hidden tear released, then heaven has one last instruction: protect this. Guard your energy. Not everyone deserves access to what you now know. Don't plead for belief. Don't shrink your truth to fit their comfort. This was not for the crowd. This was for you. So walk forward with confidence. Heaven has already gone ahead of you. Archangel Michael stands beside you. The divine surrounds you. And your miracle is not approaching, it has already arrived. To the one who kept waiting for a clear sign, here it is. Your spirit was never crying into an empty sky. Every prayer, every tear, every whisper you thought vanished was being written into heaven's record. And now the pages are turning. The story that once felt endless in pain is shifting into a testimony of triumph. You have stepped into a moment where the weight of your past no longer has the right to follow you. And heaven says, this is the hour where your soul finally breathes without fear. You see, the betrayal that once nearly broke you has become the very foundation of your rising. The nights that left you trembling are now the soil where your roots dig deeper. And even the silence when you thought heaven was ignoring you was really heaven preparing the next scene. God says, I was never far, I was aligning everything so that when you rose nothing could stop you. Archangel Michael adds, the weapons formed against you already failed. The lies, the schemes, the manipulation, none of them could bury the light placed within you. And now that light is breaking open in full strength. So yes, they will remember you. Yes, they will regret how they treated you. But regret is not your closure, beloved. Your closure is the life you are about to walk into. A life where love does not need to be begged for. A life where peace is not stolen in pieces. A life where blessings arrive faster than your doubts can count them. Look around, do you feel it? That sudden calm. That deep knowing that something has shifted. That is heaven's seal. Your energy is no longer fragile. It has become sacred. The version of you that once settled for half-hearted love, that once tolerated empty promises is gone. In its place stands someone unshakable, chosen, wrapped in divine favor. But here is the part you must hold close, the test is not over. The real test comes when the past knocks again. And it will. They will come with words polished in regret, with stories crafted to draw sympathy. They will try to touch the healed version of you, hoping to pull you back into what nearly destroyed you. But Archangel Michael says, do not open the door. What waits outside is not love, it is a chain disguised as comfort. Instead, open your arms to the future that is already chasing you. For heaven has not just promised restoration, heaven has already delivered it. Somewhere right now a soul has been awakened to your name. A person prepared, shaped, and chosen not to complete you, but to walk beside you whole. They won't compete with your growth, they will celebrate it. They won't fear your light, they will guard it. And most of all, they will never require you to shrink so they can feel tall. This was never about punishment. The delay, the heartbreak, the silence, it was all preparation. Heaven was teaching you how to recognize what is real so that when the blessing arrived you would not confuse it with a counterfeit. Every tear became a seed. Every lonely night stretched your capacity to hold more joy. Every unanswered question pulled you deeper into faith. And now faith has matured into sight. You are not who you were last year. You are not even who you were yesterday. The healing has changed your very frequency. That is why doors that once ignored you will now swing wide. That is why opportunities that seemed impossible will now come seeking you. That is why the very atmosphere around you feels lighter. Because you are not walking, you are being carried by divine current. So let this be your confirmation, you have reached the other side of the storm. The snake that slithered into your garden cannot touch the harvest that is sprouting now. What was stolen will be restored. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was denied will return multiplied. God says, do not waste your strength trying to explain yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Let your glow speak. Let your elevation answer. Let your peace be the only proof you need. Archangel Michael whispers again, protect your gate. Not everyone deserves access. Not everyone deserves front row seats to the miracle about to unfold. Guard your energy as the treasure it is. Because from here forward the blessings will come suddenly. The message you thought would never arrive. The opportunity you once believed had passed you by. The love that reflects heaven's own heart. They are all converging now, moving toward you faster than you can imagine. And when it happens you will finally understand why you had to release what you thought was irreplaceable. Beloved, your miracle is not distant. It is already here. The shift is permanent. The lie is broken. The cycle is closed. The gates of favor are open. And you are no longer waiting, you are walking. Walking into the most radiant, undeniable, divinely aligned season of your life. So rise now. Rise with the certainty that nothing can hold you back. Rise with the peace that surpasses every betrayal. Rise with the joy that comes when heaven's promise becomes your reality. For this is not the beginning of another battle. This is the unveiling of your victory. And when the world asks how you made it, smile. For your healing will speak louder than your history, and your light will tell the story better than words ever could. Or will you walk away afraid of what happens when you actually step into power? Archangel Michael is standing beside you. He's not just watching, he's waiting for you to finally whisper, "Yes, I'm ready now." And if you truly are, then let heaven hear it. Speak it aloud with courage. I am no longer afraid of who I am becoming. I forgive what hurt me, but I release what tried to destroy me. I welcome the version of me that knows peace, speaks power, and carries God's light. The snake is gone. The lie is broken. Your life is free. And you, beloved, are ready. Let those words settle into your spirit, because even now your angels have recorded them. A new timeline has just been activated for you. What once delayed you will now speed you forward. Within the next 3 days you will see a confirmation, whether through a dream, a call, a message, or a sign so clear it will shake you. Do not panic, for this is simply heaven proving what you already felt deep down. Yes, this was real. Yes, this was divine timing. And yes, it has already begun to unfold. And now a final whisper comes from the angels. If this touched your soul, if your heart opened even for a moment, if you felt heaven reach through every line, then know this: you are part of something sacred. You are part of a divine family, a soul tribe rising in truth, light and restoration. If this message spoke to you, then you are not meant to walk alone. Stay close, because your story is far from over. More messages are coming. More divine truths will unfold, and your journey is part of something greater. Stay connected, not just for content but for confirmation, for protection, for clarity, for the next message that heaven sends through Archangel Michael and through those who carry the same light. Because now that heaven has found you, it will never stop guiding you. The snake is gone, the truth is yours, and your story has only just begun. And you, beloved, are finally free. Now that freedom is here, your soul can breathe again. Notice how the air feels lighter, calmer, wider. That isn't just emotion, and it isn't your imagination. It is your spiritual atmosphere clearing itself out, making room for what has been trying to reach you for years. When betrayal departs, blessings arrive. When lies are cast out, light floods in. When the snake is removed, the garden grows again. Archangel Michael says, do not mourn what God has removed. Mourn instead what would have happened if he hadn't. Because that person, that energy, that mask-wearing soul pretending to be your family, your friend, your supporter, they were blocking your blessings like a wall, hiding sabotage behind a smile. But no more. That wall has fallen, and everything heaven stored up for you is now rushing forward. Prepare yourself. This time you will not have to beg. This time you will not have to prove anything. This time you will not ask, "Why me?" Instead you will lift your hands and say, "Thank you, God, I understand now." You will see why it didn't work out, why they walked away, why the silence lasted so long, why the pain had to shape you. Because without the darkness you never would have recognized your own light. But now you see. And as you see, your vibration rises into divine authority. Things are shifting even now behind the scenes. Conversations are being had with your name in them. Documents are being moved. Doors are being prepared. But heaven needed you to hold this truth first: the blessing cannot be shared with the snake. This time the victory is yours alone, and your name will be carved into it like a crown. So hear this last word from Archangel Michael and keep it close for the rest of your life. You are no longer under spiritual attack, you are under divine assignment. What once tried to break you has become the very foundation of your purpose. This is not coincidence. This is heaven's reply. And what's next? It's already unfolding. A home you thought impossible to have. A relationship you were told you'd never deserve. A healing the doctors said could not happen. A fresh beginning, stronger, wiser, softer, more whole. Within the next 11 days you will see proof so undeniable that doubt itself will be silenced. The kind of proof that makes you fall to your knees not in fear but in awe. Because the truth is this: it is already finished. You are not walking toward it anymore, you are walking in it. You have crossed over. The snake is behind you, the angels surround you, and the future is beneath your feet. You are no longer the one who opened this message. You are reborn. You are blessed. You are chosen. You are loved. And nothing, not even the snake, can undo what heaven has revealed. This is your divine confirmation. Save it. Revisit it. Hold it near. This was never just a message. This was a miracle, and it was sent directly to you. And now that you have received it, prepare yourself for what God is about to do next. Amen.